Okay, so as with everything else in life, work cold yesterday. I had a bunch of patients, 10 patients yesterday afternoon, so I wasn't able to get back on. I tried to update at one point and then kind of got interrupted. But anyway, post-acute withdrawal symptoms. And just want to mention here that post-acute withdrawal symptoms can be seen not only just with alcohol, but probably with any substance. We see it quite frequently with opiates. I used to see it an awful lot with meth withdrawals. Noticed patients did actually quite well on meth. Not quite well on meth, but patients did quite well when withdrawing from meth until they hit like 30 days. And then these post-acute withdrawals really kicked in. So, okay, first things first, what are post-acute withdrawals? Basically, it is your brain at kind of 10 days plus adapting to it not having a substance in it anymore, whether it's alcohol or opiates or meth or anything else, okay? And post-acute withdrawals can last anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, unfortunately. It's the brain's adaptation to not having a chemical in its brain and having to make its own dopamine and serotonin and getting the brain back to a normal kind of homeostasis. And the symptoms of post-acute withdrawal are people will find themselves extremely anxious, irritable, blowing up at things that ordinarily they wouldn't blow up at. I've had patients complain of a feeling of dullness or fogginess, that they don't kind of have their full mental capacities. In addition to that, of course, you're going to have your urges and cravings. That first 10 days of sobriety for a lot of people is bolstered by the fact, oh, wow, I've gone 5 days or 6 days or 7 days without a substance. And then really at 10 days, everything really kicks in and it makes it quite hard. And individuals, those cravings and withdrawals hit really heavy. And it's really hard for people to kind of abstain. In addition to that, of course, sleep disturbances, insomnia and vivid dreams. People will be tired. They'll have depression, lack of initiative to do anything, anhedonia, no pleasure in doing anything. And as I said, these symptoms can last anywhere, unfortunately, from 6 months to 2 years while the brain adapts. Now, the good news is, as I said to one of my patients yesterday, the good news is that these symptoms are treatable and manageable to help an individual get back to balance. So, for example, with depression, we may put a person on an SSRI for anxiety, maybe an anxiolytic, maybe a buspirone, or an SSRI, of course. Therapy is always recommended, always. It's going to be the mainstay, I think, of any person's treatment. Then incorporating other things which are super important, and people tend to kind of maybe even neglect them a little bit. Mind body, so your meditation, yoga, Pilates, things that have this kind of really big mind-body connection. Exercise is going to be huge. Diet is going to be huge. Eating foods that the body has been depleted of. So foods that are magnesium rich, folate rich. We can also supplement with those things as well, though it's better off, I think, if you get it from your food and you get into such a way as getting those things from your diet and your nutrition. The other big thing, huge, and I think it's really huge for all psychiatric disorders, is sleep and sleep hygiene. First things first, I always just tell my patients, number one is just setting a consistent bedtime and consistent wake time that they also adhere to over the weekends. So if you go to bed at 10 o'clock Monday, Tuesday, you go to bed at 10 o'clock Saturday, Sunday, or Friday night. If you wake up at 6:30, wake up at 6:30 every single morning. Start with that. Second thing is absolutely no screens in the bedroom, and no screens probably about 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. And I'll do another little post on sleep hygiene. But that's post-acute withdrawal syndrome. And for anybody, we're kind of day 11 into dry January now. These symptoms are going to be hitting people fast and furious right now. So if you need any help, reach out. If I can help, I will. Okay, stay tuned. I'll do another little snippet later on if I can. Thanks.